I'm going to preface this entire thing with the same thing I'm going to tell everybody every single time they ask me about the comp plan. There are only two rules to this. Number one, share your link. And number two, balance your two legs. If you do that, everything else happens automatically. That's literally the only two things that you need to think about at all. You get up in the morning, you look at your legs, which one's bigger, which one's smaller, you balance them. That's it. And then you share your link and go. But beyond that, let's actually run through it so we can talk about the different ways to get paid and how to maximize it. So, this is great opportunity. Moving on, there is the customer reward bonus, the first order reward bonus, the Govvi life bonus, the 2-team binary, the explanation generation and sponsorship, and the global pool. So basically this is you. All right, here, say there's personally sponsored, which is these little things, and then there's downline sponsored and there's spillover. Basically, this tree, when you're looking at it, left leg, right leg, you just have to balance the amount of volume that comes in on each side. It doesn't matter if your downline sponsored them. It doesn't matter if your upline dropped them down into your downline or if you personally sponsored them. It doesn't make any difference. However, if you sponsor somebody, they stay directly tied to you. So they're directly connected to you no matter how deep they fall in this tree. So they could fall 500 people down and you personally sponsored it, they still stayed directly connected to you for the other bonuses that come from there. Before you can get commissions too, you do have to be at least your $25 order on subscription every month, and you do have to personally sponsor one promoter in each side. Because if you're going to be a promoter, you've got to have at least one person on each side to get paid off of. Otherwise, your downlines or your upline or your downline or whatever's doing all that, you have to do at least that little bit. And if you can't find two people that are willing to spend $25, you probably just shouldn't be in this business. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean to you, but with as easy as this is, if you can't find two people, eventually for your binary, then there's not a whole lot I can do for you. Customer reward. Basically, what you get is there's a retail price and there's a subscription price. If someone comes in and says, I'm going to pay the $35 for a one-time purchase instead of $25 for the subscription price, you get that $10 difference between the subscription price and the retail. It's just a retail reward bonus. Be like, cool, you got a retail customer. They paid $35 instead of $25. You keep the $10, and then all of your CV, the commissionable volume, goes into your binary tree number. So if you've logged in and if you looked at your account, it shows you your left number and your right number right on your home screen. That retail purchase CV is going to go into your weaker leg in retail sales. So a first order reward too, the first time somebody orders as a promoter that you personally sponsor, this is why I always say share your link, because this ties the retail sales and the promoters directly to you. You earn 35% of the CV of that promoter that comes in. And then the CV, the commissional volume, goes into the binary reward. So you do get, every time you sign up a promoter for the first time, you do get a 35% commission if they do the $100 pack. So the first order reward is just when you bring in a new promoter who comes in at $100, you get 35% of the 70 CV. And then in addition, 35 CV goes into your binary reward. So the binary reward, we'll come back to this in just a sec. There's the Govvi life reward. This is actually the first order reward, and this Govvi life reward and the customer reward. This is what sweetens the pot for the people kind of just coming in at the bottom level. This way you can make a good amount of money off of retail sales, like the $100 pack, I want to say is $130. Somebody buys that one-time retail, that's $30 right out the gate, plus the CV goes into your binary. The Govvi life reward, basically, you can get paid an extra $50 or $100 depending on what your pack you come in with. One of the smart things to do is try to get people to come in with the $100 pack, because they can sell it to their friends if there's too much, or try to get them to come in with that and be on that subscription saying, listen, if you're going to be serious about your business, just do the $100. You don't have to, but if you do, you have more to work with. Plus, then you get into this Govvi life reward. So every month you get paid a $50 reward if you have two promoters with 35 PV orders, or 35 PV, which is the $50 pack. And then if they bring in two promoters with the $50 pack. So the level of commissions in terms of the customer reward, first order reward, and the binary and the global 2% pool, at the 100, 50, and 25, it's all the same right there. The only place it makes any difference is in this Govvi life reward, is if you're purchasing the bigger packs. So I find two people that come in at 50 bucks. Each one of those two people has two other people come in with 50 bucks. That's 2 by 2. I brought in two people. Each one of my two people brought in two people. There you get paid $100 or a $50 reward if they did 50 bucks, and you get paid $100 reward if they did the $100 pack. So that's a 2 by 2. It's real easy after that of just saying, well, all I do after I've got my two is I get one more person, and the other two people that I enrolled each gets one more person. That's now a 3 by 3. So I brought in 3 people. Each one of those people found 3 promoters to start working at either the $50 or $100 pack. Then you get a $300 reward on that one if they're on the $100 pack, or you get $150. And like, you don't have to worry about the amounts of the rewards. These are all in the comp plan if you want to go look back. To simplify this down, basically it's just, there's a 2 by 2. I bring in 2 people, they sponsor 2 people. Once that's done, I bring in a third person. Each one of those 2 people sponsors a third. Then it moves to a 4 by 4, meaning I bring in 4, or I sponsor 4 people. Each one of those 4 people sponsors 4 people. Now you get up to a $500 reward. That's on top of everything else you're doing. So this way, for John Q public, if you will, like the people that don't want to be super serious, they say, hey, you know what? In a month, I'm going to go find 4 people to be promoters. I'm not going to work real hard on it. And those people in that month, they're going to find 4 promoters or so. Well, you're up to a $500 reward just in the Govvi life bonus for you kind of finding just 4 people that are saying, yeah, hey, I'm willing to promote this just casually. No big deal. Like, I've made my money back and then some, because I've also got binary volume. I've also got first order rewards that come in and everything. And so the rewards are basically, you get a life bonus, or you get a double life bonus, depending on what you order. If you order 50, you get half the Govvi life reward. If you order 100, you get the full thing. So the $50 and $100 pack is only required for these Govvi life rewards. However, anybody that's taken this business even remotely seriously, I mean, even like 10% seriously, this adds up to a lot of money really quickly. That if I've got a 5 by 5, I want to say is about 30 people on my team. If I've got 30 people on my team, that's worth about $1,000 a month if they're all ordering at the 100, and if I'm ordering at the 100, it's worth about $500 if they're doing the 50 and I'm doing the 50. This, even if you've never done anything like this before, this is a topic that's very easy to talk about. That I really do believe every single person on this call, you can do this. Like, really set the bar high for yourself. Set goals, write them down, and even if they've got nothing to do with business, Jim Rohn says, you attract everything you do by who you are. Set really high personal goals that maybe have nothing to do with business, and you watch your business succeed automatically because you started working on yourself. Set high standards. You're worth it, and you can do it. Like, I believe it completely. That's the thing, guys. Set your expectations high to find 5 people that want to be promoters and want to be able to share this. I know you guys can do this. And it's not because I want to, beef up the comp plan or whatever my income is. Just be like, I know you can, and I want you to succeed. So moving on from that, because I want to keep this short, your 2-team binary. 2-team binary is basically just, it's you balance your left and right leg. That's all it is. When you log in right on your home screen, it'll say left leg and right leg. You're getting paid off the smaller amount. Now we're going to skip down just a little bit to get to that part, until we get to the one other one that is real. I really like this generational match bonus. So basically, here's your ranks. If you get to, the only one that really kind of starts to matter is that star, is if you get 1,000 CV weekly on your lesser leg. So your smaller leg that you're getting paid on hits the 1,000 CV, you now get paid a higher percentage on that volume. As you hit star maker, if you hit 2,000 CV, you now make 15% instead of 12 off that lesser volume. When you hit Rockstar, you get 18% instead of 15 off that lesser volume. And then eventually Superstar, when you've got 8,000 or more on the weekly, then you get a 20% payout instead of, when you're just kind of getting started, you only get a 10%. However, at the 10%, you still have all of these other bonuses that you can do of the retail bonus and the 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5 that really kick in extra money into the pot that helps sweeten it. At the Superstar 2, you get a share in the 2% global sales pool. You know, that's more icing on the cake. So everything that I've said so far can be summed up in the 2 rules. Share your link and balance your 2 legs. It's really that easy. Now, we're going to get to this part of this is why share your link is important, because we have the generational matching bonuses. I'm going to talk big numbers. I'm going to say I've maxed out a bunch of stuff. The maximum you can earn in the binary is $20,000 per week. So you can earn from just your binary, you can earn up to $80,000 per month. There's going to be some people that hit that in like 2-3 months that they're all of a sudden they've maxed their binary. Here's where the important part comes in of share your link. We got first generation, fourth, or first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. In this generational bonus, this is at the first level, you get 20%, then it's 10, 10, 10, 10. What does that mean? I'm going to use my wife as an example. Can you have more than one center if you max out at your binary? Kristen says, yeah, Kristen, enroll a second person. Now you can make $160,000 a month. Be like a husband-wife team instead of just $80,000 a month. So high volume companies, those things. Here's where it gets really sweet though. I'm going to use my wife as an example. Let's say I've maxed out my comp plan. I made $20,000 this week. I can't do any more than that. Let's say my wife maxes out the comp plan, $20,000 a week. She can't do any more than that because she's anybody that I directly enroll, me personally, direct to, that I enroll, whatever their binary paycheck is at the end of the week, I get 20% extra. So let's say my wife makes the $20,000 this week. I get $4,000 extra bonus because I get check matching. So check matching for Carrie, now I've made 24,000 instead of the max of 20 because of this generational matching bonus that's here. Here's where it gets really sweet though, because for 4 more levels after her, I get 10%. So let's say I sponsor 100 people, like in the next month. I get 100 promoters signed up. Every one of their binary paychecks at the end of the month, I get an extra 20% from the company being paid to me. But here's where it gets really big. I got 100 people that I brought in, and that's actually a pretty low number of where I'm actually at. I got 100 people that I brought in just over the life of your entire business. I bring in 100 people. The thing is, let's say each one of them brings in 5. Not unrealistic to say every promoter on average, some are going to do like 50 and some will do 1. You know, end of the day though, these 100 people each brought in 5. I got 500 people. Whatever these 500 people's binary check is, I get 10% of that. And let's say we're at 500 people right now. Each one of those 500 people brings in, let's say 5 people. I'm at 2,500 people. End of the month comes, when their binary check comes, I get 10% of whatever they made. We're not done yet. Those 2,500 people, each one of them brings in 5 people over the next 2 months. Now 2,500 times 5, hold on here. What are we at, like 12,500 or so? Basically down to the 5th person down there, because it goes 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, all the way down to that 12,500 people down there. I'm going to get 10% of whatever their binary check is at the end of the month. So some might only be a couple of bucks, but some of them may absolutely blow it up. That person all the way down at the bottom, that might be 500 people down. If they max it out at the 20K a week, I get $2,000 extra dollars. And we're talking 12,500 people of, if I bring in 100 distributors, 100 promoters, and each one of them only does 5, bang, bang, bang. Like these numbers get very big. And that's the binary. That's the generational matching bonus. That's how it works. Everybody I personally sponsor, I get 20% of whatever their binary is at the end of the month as an extra bonus. But it goes 4 more levels deep beyond that. So whoever they bring in, and everybody that all they bring in, and everybody that all they bring in, this gets really big. And this is going to very, very probably, if you're active, going to be a lot bigger than the 20K a month or 20K a week that you can max out on, because these numbers, like this is the whole point of what you guys got in at the beginning. When you start talking to all these people, or this is why I'm not hyping it. I'm telling you the reality. I love opportunity. This is the easy button. For every 1 minute I work this business, I have to work 100 minutes in another business to be even the same, remotely as successful. These numbers are huge. So it all still comes back to share your link and balance your two legs. Because as long as you just share your link, all this stuff will just happen on its own. I guess there's number 3 in the comp plan of 1, share your link, 2, balance your two legs. Number 3, teach everybody else those 2 really simple rules. Where you're at with this company being started now, 90% of network marketing is timing. We have the timing. That other 10%, you have 9.9% of it done for you. The marketing is going to be phenomenal. The product is top notch. Every single person is going to be a customer. Corporate and customer service and the website, everything else is done. You like this opportunity is 99.9% done for you. That's why I make this really easy of saying like this generational bonuses and could you find 5 people, 99.9% of your work is done for you, to where it literally is all that's left is go tell people about it. The only way to fail is by not sharing this. And we have such an insane opportunity right now. This is going, you're allowed to form an LLC, a corporation. You could sponsor 5 positions that are all your businesses. Companies like, we don't really care.